It's fine. There was some that came out, but then you threw in the actual language
And you're cutting anyway, so
You kicked it.
Your son's favorite movie is Pulp Fiction. What's your favorite movie, Farhad?
hello, my name is Forrest Gump. Mama always said, life is like a box of condoms. You never know which one you have to wear.
That's your favorite movie?
There are a few. Somewhere in Time with rest in peace Christopher Reeve.
Which one?
Somewhere in Time.
This is your favorite movie? Somewhere in Time.
One of them. But my most favorite is Forrest Gump. And in American movies. As far as international movies, Nuevo Cinema Paradiso, because it parallels my life. I grew up with slides. I actually figured it out on my own. If you hold it in front of a magnifying glass and a light, you can shine it on a wall. But then I had to put plaster on the wall, and the pictures go upside down. So I had to hold it upside down for everything to look good. And I started to charge kids in our neighborhood equivalent of 1/10 of a cent in American money for them to come and see in that dark room. It really affected me when I saw that movie.
You saw it where? In Los Angeles?
I saw it in theater. It was one of the film festivals I went to, and Cinema Paradiso is what they call it, but it was Nuevo Cinema Paradiso. And it was very hard to follow because it was a subtitle.
How old were you when you came to America from Tehran?
Oh, I was 18 years old. I had just registered in Academy of Dramatic Arts when the revolution took place, and anything that dealt with art was considered fart. So it was closed down. And because I have a strong mind and I speak my mind all the time, my father knew that I would get, my sharp tongue would get me killed, because I always questioned everything, from authorities to religion to politics. For my age, this is my dad saying, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I was a little ahead of my time. Not to say I was better, it's just I was slightly different. I'm exactly like what the principal in Forrest Gump said to his mother, say, your child is different. And that's what I was, because I didn't belong in Iran at the time.
And now your son is different.
Yes.
And yet you seem to take somewhat of an issue with that.
Because, well, in reality, I would not take issues, I would not face them like that. I'm much more open-minded than the character where...
No, but in this character, I'm speaking...
In this character, of course, because all I know is selling drugs and working hard, and I do not believe in this fake businesses like hip-hop dancing or, ballet or acting or anything like that. A man should have a steady job where he can provide constant bread and water and put it in his wife or his kid's mouth and make sure they have a roof over their head. And that roof is not going to be provided by dancing hip-hop and wasting your life away. That is what I believe in as far as Farhad's character is concerned.
But being as Farhad's character, did you also come here as an 18-year-old? And as Farhad, were you different growing up?
I was exactly not a hip-hop dancer. I must tell you, when I registered for the Academy of Dramatic Art in Iran, my father, when he found out, luckily I had already registered, but I had a backup application that I filled out. My father actually tore it up because it was frowned upon for somebody who makes residential towers for his son to become an actor. It was a taboo to be an actor or a singer.
But then how did you go from that to selling rugs?
How? When you come here, reality hits you. It's time to have a reality check. Do I want to do something that makes me happy, or do I need to actually face life the way it's dealt to me? I got married and I ended up having a child, and at that point I was no longer me. I became we. We was, and I'm don't mean it in a French way, we was me, my wife, and my child. I had responsibility. As an Iranian father in America, if you don't want your child to go into drugs and rock and roll and all the stuff that is bad for their mind, in my opinion, you need to have a steady business and make sure you get your son involved so you transfer the business, because I'm not going to live 120 years. I want my son to take over the family business and continue on the great tradition. Hard working has never killed anybody.
But he was like you. He is like how you were when you were maybe his age.
Yeah, but I realized my mistakes, and I don't want him to find out on his own, because I tell you, my man, it was not easy to make the transition of following my dream to doing actually what I had to do. If I had enough sense at the time, if there was a father figure above, with me, because my father didn't come to America. I came here, I bussed tables, I waited on tables, I washed dishes, and I mopped floors, and then I decided to save up and go and follow my dream.